All right. What up, folks? What up, folks? Welcome back to the channel. First of all, let me just say tonight, 8 o'clock, about 5 hours, we're going to go live and we will have the Dolphin Fan Voices podcast. The first one of the 2018 season is tonight at 8 o'clock. So make sure that you go ahead and you tune in. We will be talking. There's a lot of things that we got to talk about before this first preseason game. So tune in. If you'd like to be a part of the show tonight, Facebook me your email, and I'll see what the panel is going to look like, and make sure that it's not too crowded, and I get back to you. But I want to discuss, man, real quick. I don't got a lot of time, still working, but I want to discuss this shit right here that was just posted in the Facebook group by Jacob. I want to discuss this depth chart because this is some Adam Gase type shit. Now, if you watched the show last year, you know for a fact that myself and several other members of the podcast kept asking, where the fuck is Kenyon Drake and what is his role? So you look at a few things on this, and I understand it's the first depth chart of the preseason. Things are going to change. Things are going to move around. But there are some things here that I can see completely sticking because of what Adam Gase does, what I've seen him do. If you look at the depth chart, you have, you have Parker as the starting, the starting X. Tunsil sitting at guard. Kilgore, Davis, James. That's your starting offensive line. Asiata is the backup guard to Davis now. I've heard that he's been working behind Sitton. I've also heard that he's been doing pretty good. All right. So, rounding out the receivers on that X side, you have Jakeem Grant. You have Leonte Carroo. They're still trying to force him out there, even though I think he would be much better as a slot receiver. I don't like that at all. And then you have Owosu, big receiver. Tunsil Stirrup, Eric Smith, who I heard a lot of good things about last year. He got injured, and we ended up not seeing anything from him. And you have Joseph. I don't know who the hell Joseph is. Sitton, Larson, Hillen, Kilgore, Jake Brendel, and Matthews, Davis, Asiata, James, Young, and Stimenez. I don't know who that is. Then you got Gray, Derby, Escobar, Duarte, and it's got Mike Gesicki and Smith as the bottom two on the depth chart. I expect that to change around. But if you watch my podcast and you see my thoughts on this shit before, you know that I would perfectly expect for Mike Gesicki to be the gunner on the punt team for about 6 weeks. I could definitely see that shit happen. I can definitely see him not being involved until later in the season. I can see it. QB, of course, is Tannehill, Fales, Osweiler, or Petty. Running back is either Drake or Gore, Perry, Ballich, Ratcliffe, and Howell. Your slot receivers are Amendola, Ford, and Morgan. Your outside, your Z is going to be, I think it's Z. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Stills, Wilson. So as of right now, Wilson is a backup to Stills at this point. And you got Scott and Lewis. So we went and signed Wilson, and we have him backing up a guy who has played every single game for us the last 2 seasons. That makes no sense at all. But of course, it's the first depth chart. I expect some things to move around. Down here, you have Wake, Hayes. Branch is number 3. Andre Branch is the third string defensive end, and the motherfucker's making $10 million a season. And then Woodard. DT, you have Phillips, Godchild, and Wright. I still think we're thin at the defensive tackle, but we'll probably see Hayes get in that mix as well. Spence, Taylor, Pittman, and Oldham. I think I'm saying that right. And other defensive end, we have Quinn, Hayes, Cameron Molinas, and 2 other, Redmond and Matthew. I don't know why I can't see these down here. Then at linebacker, you still have some of the same liabilities. Kiko Alonso, Baker, Hall, and Collins. Alonso was a major liability last year. In the middle, you have Raekwon McMillan, Allen, and Poland. On the outside, you have Stephon Anthony, Garver, and Ginda. Okay. Cornerbacks, you have Howard, McTyler, Lippett, Calhoun, and Austin. And at the other cornerback, we're going to put Bobby McCain, Tankersley, Davis, and Armstrong. So as of right now, Bobby McCain is set up to be the other cornerback on the opposite side of Howard and not the nickelback. That's very interesting. Down here, you have Jones, Smith, Lucas, and Elson. And at the strong safety, you have TJ McDonald, Fitzpatrick, and Akins. Again, I can perfectly see Fitzpatrick being the gunner on the punt team for about 6 weeks and then using him very sparingly. I can see it happening. I hope he ends up being the starter, and I mean quick, but I can see it. And this guy right here, TJ McDonald, was a complete liability in the past. So that's a liability. Alonzo's a liability. Anthony has his moments, and McMillan, like this is setting us up for a fucking disaster. Now I expect this defense to come around. I fully expect this defense to get right. I expect the depth chart to be corrected, put some people in place. But if we come out with this shit starting, this is the type of shit we can come out with. And this shit right here, you got Parker, you got Gray, who's not a good matchup problem. You have Amendola, which I can see fucking Tannenhill throwing him 84-yard balls on a 3rd and 10. Fucking Ryan Tannehill throwing him a 5-yard pass and we punting. I can completely see that shit. I can see that shit happening. Completely. Yo, I tell you right now, and I'm gonna get off this video. This is the type of shit. This is that gay shit. This is that gay shit, and this is that 4 to 5 win shit. That's what I see. This is the type of, if it stays some shit like this, and this stays true, this is a 4 to 5 win team. I don't understand a lot of shit going on here. I don't understand having Leonte Carew on the depth chart up here. I don't understand that. I don't understand having fucking Danny Amendola as a starting slot receiver. I don't understand that. Gray? I don't know, but he's not as big of a matchup problem as Gesicki is. Now, I understand Gesicki still has a learning curve. Fuck it, man. You put your best on the field. He's a much bigger problem than Gray is. This shit giving me a headache, man. Anyway, man. Tonight, 8 o'clock, Dolphin Fan Voices podcast. We got a lot of shit to talk about, man. We'll talk about the depth chart again. I get everybody else's opinions on it. I gave a prediction. If this is the depth chart, that shit going right out the window. If I look up and fucking Gesicki's not playing. Minka Fitzpatrick is not playing. You got goddamn TJ McDonald out there getting roasted, and fucking Kiko Alonso is out there doing the stanky leg and getting juked by fucking McCaffrey, the rookie last year. Yo, it could be a long season for us Dolphin fans. With an exception. One, the exception to me, the fix for if we do stay with this offense that we have right now, we got to bludgeon teams like we did in 2016. We gotta fucking win at the offense. We gotta win up front, and we gotta run the fuck out the football. We have to become a run first team if it's gonna stay with this. If it's gonna be close, if it's gonna be small, slow, and stagnant, which is what that depth chart tells me on offense, we have to run the ball down people's throats. If we're not, then it's a waste of time. We're a 4 or 5 win team. All that time. Anytime I see Danny Amendola on the fucking field, I know we have a better weapon sitting on the bench. Any fucking time. I don't care what. If we got fucking, because, all right, Parker is your high point receiver, right? You can throw the ball up. You can let Parker just go up and get it. Kenny Stills, most fucking number 2 corners can't stay with Kenny Stills. And if you put him into the slot, he's going to roast most of the people that's there, right? I could put my backup linebacker on a small slope. I don't understand that concept. See, this is my problem with my Dolphins. We have a quarterback that's average to below average, right? So with that being said, I feel like we have to surround this man with the best talent possible. He's not a quarterback that throws receivers open. He just doesn't. He doesn't. So with that being said, I feel like we have to surround him with guys that can win. They can win. A guy like Parker, even though he's fucking fragile, he's Humpty Dumpty. I've called him Humpty Dumpty several times. We pick him up, we put him together, and he falls back down, and now we got to pick him up again. And every fucking season we come in thinking, okay, this might be the season. And at the end of the season, we're going, God damn, he's at it again. But the skill set is still there. He's still 6'3". He still has those long arms. He still gives you the opportunity to throw the ball up. And even if he's chest to chest with the defender, he could still go up and get it, right? That gives even a bad quarterback an opportunity to throw the ball up and trust his receiver to go up and catch it. Now, he can't fucking sit there and stare the receiver down and then throw the ball up. But just basic mechanics with Devontae Parker, if he could stay fucking healthy. Basic mechanics from your quarterback can give you big plays from a guy like Parker, right? Kenny still is going to give you separation on most corners. He is. So just basic mechanics from your quarterback give you the opportunity to beat the defender in front of you. But when you got a guy that gives you such a small window to throw into, he doesn't have the size to go up and get the ball. He doesn't have the speed to beat people with his foot speed. I don't understand. I don't understand Amendola. I didn't understand Jarvis Landry. Now, I understood putting the ball in Jarvis Landry's hands. Why? Because Jarvis Landry was the most elite open field receiver I've seen in the NFL. He was. It was him, and it was Tyreek Hill. And it was even more impressive with Landry because he doesn't have the speed that Tyreek Hill has. Landry gets the ball in his hands, he turns into a little fucking running back.
But still, he's 5'11". He runs a 4.6 40, and he makes that one or two plays a game where he might get off and get, but most of the catches, he catches the ball and it's bang, bang, bam. As soon as he catches the ball, he's getting hit. Pop! And one or two plays, he makes a play. Why? Because he doesn't have the speed or the size to get the separation. It's the same shit with Amendola, but it's even worse. Well, he did it with Tom. What the fuck did he do with Tom Brady? He had 12 touchdowns in 5 years playing with Rob Gronkowski. And you expect him to come here and do better without Tom Brady. Man, if you don't sit your ass down and stop snorting cooking grease, stop it. You think he's going to sit your stupid ass, sit your dumb ass, sit your ass down. Of course not. We're about to get 85-yard passes. To me, that spells a stagnant offense. This team has to understand. Listen, if you're going to stay, all right, I understand. You didn't get a quarterback. On draft night, I thought it was stupid, retarded. You didn't get a quarterback. I don't understand it. I understand. In 2016, we won 3 straight games. Steelers, Jets, Bills, and Ryan Tannehill threw 2 touchdowns. How many quarterbacks do you know can throw 2 touchdowns in a 3-game stretch and win them all? The defense played good, and we pounded people. J.J. absolutely pounded people. Right? So we know we can win that way. But to me, the identity of our team has changed. It's shifted. We're not the same team. And when I saw the pieces that Gase had, I started looking like, okay, all right, this could be, and you guys might have seen me. I said, you know what? South Florida Sports. Yeah. Send me your email. Send me your email to my Facebook. 8:00 tonight, we're gonna jump on. I've been here, man. I've been right here. I just been working my ass off, man. Working my ass off. Got a lot of shit going on. So I've been right here. I just been grinding, and I haven't been having much to talk about. Haven't been much to talk about other than like I could have made 25 of the same videos, but that wouldn't have made any sense. Now there's a lot to talk about. We got the first preseason game coming up. We got some position battles in camp. And then we got some plain old stupid ass moves that don't make, like Andre Brandt as the 3rd defensive end on the depth chart, making $10 million. You signed Wilson, and now he's the backup to Kenny Stills, to a guy who hasn't missed a game in 2 years. Like, I think he hasn't missed a game in 2 years. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like that shit is retarded, man. That shit is retarded. I don't get it. I don't get it. What do you think the Dolphins' chances of a playoffs is? With this depth chart that we have right now, I gotta say, with the depth chart that we have right now, if the depth chart stays like it is, our shot at the playoffs looks like this. That's our shot at the playoffs. Nothing. Absolutely. We're 4 or 5 win team with this depth chart. If it stays like this, Marquise Gray at tight end, Minka Fitzpatrick as a backup safety, they moving him in every now and then. Ends up being a gunner on the punt team. Mike Gesicki like your 3rd or 4th corner. 3rd or 4th tight end. I don't think we're going to keep more than 3 tight ends, so somebody got to go. So Gesicki might end up being the like. Just I can see it. I saw Armando Seguero saying that he thought that the Miami Dolphins that Gesicki might be the starter. I can't show you my predictions. Let me see. Let me see if I can find my picture. I'm being long-winded here too. This is supposed to be a short video. Where's my predictions for Gesicki? Let's see if I can find them. Actually, I'm gonna show myself going through my pictures so I won't get accused of fabricating what I'm saying. I don't have anything in here that I can't show. There it is. Okay, here's my predictions for Gesicki. I said my predictions for Mike Gesicki. I'm keeping it modest since all I've seen is his measurables and some slay ball game tape. I have him at 40 catches and 5 TDs, and I think year 2 is where he makes his jump. Real modest. I don't think that he is going to get a truck ton of playing time early. I think the playing time for him is going to be later in the season, game 7. I'd be shocked if he's the open day starter. That's just I don't understand Gase. I don't get it. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but I can see it happening. But that to me, he's the exact type of weapon that you want to give a quarterback like a Ryan Tannehill, because he doesn't have to necessarily be open in order for Tannehill to throw him the ball. Tannehill can throw balls up and allow him to use that big 6'6", 4'4", 40 ability skill set to go up and get it, or just plain on outrun some of his defenders. Now, as he becomes better as a route runner, you'll see him get open more and be able to use that skill set more. But as of right now, what we have is a guy who's bigger than all cornerbacks and faster than most linebackers. That is a matchup problem. That's a guy I want on my field. But a guy who's smaller than most cornerbacks and slower than most linebackers, I don't get it. I just don't understand that at all. I don't know. But anyway, man, I'm long-winded. Tonight, 8 o'clock, tune in. Dolphin Fan Voices podcast. If you did not go over to the website, and I should have put this up first, I'm sorry. Go over to the website, man, and check out our Miami Dolphin jerseys. This website is being ran by my wife. This is her website. This is her connects. But she's got Amendola, Fitzpatrick, Cam Wake, and Marino, Ndamukong Suh, Tannenhill, Alonzo, Gore, and Fitzpatrick. She's got all of those jerseys. So if you want one of those jerseys, the information is on the page. I will leave the link in the description so you can go over. And they're $30. It's a $99 jersey for $30 fucking dollars. Can't beat it. Anyway, man, I'm fucking out of here. I will talk to you guys tonight, 8 o'clock tonight. Dolphin Fan Voices podcast. You want to be a part of the show? Hit me up on Facebook or Twitter. Send me your email, and I will bring you on the show tonight, as long as we don't have 50 people trying to be on. Okay? And try to have a good internet reception, and a decent sounding device to speak into. It doesn't have to be a mic, but let's try. I'm trying to make it a little bit more professional, so that people can hear everything we got to say. So I'll talk to you guys tonight, man. 8 o'clock. Be here or be square. I'm out of here. Hard hitting sports. It's almost football season, man. It's time. Wow. Peace.